hello and welcome to the
This
Librarian TV
platform
network.
to
Today is
speak
May, and we
we
are
are
right
going
here
sort of
at the MICAD regular press briefing.
who are monitoring us,
One of the days
who
that
are
MICAD, the
expecting
Ministry of Information, Culture, and
us
Tourism,
to
the one hold the
give
press conference. I'm Princess
updates
Katie Cooper coming to
on
you live.
our
Can like,
current
share, comment
condition.
on
As I
Facebook and
sat
YouTube
in my
channel.
seat, I was thrilled to withdraw and I listened to the minister giving all these wonderful updates. Our prayer is that the Lord will give us strength and the Lord will help this government. The government will be successful in all of our undertakings. Having said that, I will give greetings from the West African Nations Council. When you put it that the West African Senior School Secondary exam for school candidates will be commencing in Liberia on Thursday, the 15th of May 2025. Other countries started before us, and we will be joining on the 25th, on the 15th. The test in Liberia is going to run from the 15th of May to the 10th of June. The candidates in Liberia currently do only 9 subjects, and we've concluded arrangements with the authorities at the Ministry of Education for the candidates in Liberia to join their counterparts in the sub-region to do other technical and vocational subjects being done in other countries. I'm excited that the ministry successfully conducted a pilot project, and students just want to encourage them that they should believe in themselves. They have potential. They can compete with anyone, irrespective of the country they find themselves in. Once they believe in themselves, if their counterparts in other countries can succeed on the exam, they too can succeed. I also want to speak to them by encouraging them that they are not the first one that will be doing this exam. All have ruined the exam in the past and were successful, so they too be successful. I don't want for them to allow themselves to be deceived in this process. This year's test is going to be slightly different from that of the previous years. WAEC, as an institution, has decided that the candidates, though they will be doing the same test, but the questions will be a bit different. So, for instance, in Liberia, you have PW casing, talked about us. Across the road, you have all the advantage high school. So the candidates at PW casing will be doing mathematics, for instance. The candidates at the advantage high school will also be doing mathematics, but the questions will be slightly different. So I want to encourage the candidates that as they receive the questions, they should pay attention to the questions that will be placed before them. They should look at the question. If you just start answering all the clear blue star without looking at the questions before them, because it is possible that the question before you is the question that you are answering. So we don't want to take them by surprise. We don't want for them to be unaware that you're going in a exam hall and the counterparts will be answering different questions, even though we will be all doing the same subject. So please, if you're listening to me, please be sending out this important information to you so that you can caution yourself. We have had a series of engagements in most of the places we go. By the time we tell the students you'll be doing different tests, like it's not panicking. But this should not be any cause for them to panic. Once they are adequately prepared, we want to say to them that they are going to be successful in the exam. We just want them to do independent working. So when we say they are doing different tests, we are not simply saying that one people will be doing mathematics and another people will be doing English. They will be doing the same subject, but the questions will be slightly different. And for this year, because this is the first time all countries have tried this method and it has worked for them, we want to say that for this year's exam will be using this method with both subjects. We don't use it on all 9 subjects, or we don't use all 9 subjects to be the different questions, because this is the first time we don't know the 10 challenges are going to accompany the method that we have adopted. So, candidates, if you are in NEMA, you are in Nigeria, you are in Logi, you are in Lofa, and you are monitoring us, please focus on the questions we placed before you. Don't whenever people will bring into the university, this is a test. Focus on the question because the questions are definitely going to be different. Let me now provide us with the statistics, the candidates that have come in to do this exam. I'm pleased to inform you that all the 53,201 candidates who will be doing this year's exam, the fees for them have been paid by the government of Black people. No one pay, no candidate or the parent pay a cent to the WAEC for this exam. Government paid for all candidates who are coming into this year's exam. We have a total of 1,048 senior high schools. 1,045 of those senior high schools are in Liberia and all 15 counties. And we have 3 schools in the Republic of Guinea who will also be presenting candidates for this exam. Over the years, those 3 schools from Guinea have been coming into Kanta. The students will remain in Guinea, they will attend in Guinea. For example, the test, they will cross over to Ghana, Kanta, and register the students on Kanta. Then they come and take the exam as though they are students of those schools in Kanta. And we were able to work out the modalities with the Ministry of Education, the Ministry of Public Affairs, and the Ministry of Education to let us that if these kids are studying in the Liberia national curriculum, then it is better that we move in and give them the test. So 3 schools from the Republic of Guinea will be sitting the test with the counterparts. So the children don't have to drive. I'm told they come as far from Serepole. I've not been there before, so I don't know how far is Serepole from the counter of Polo. They come as far from Serepole to Babylon. So this time we will move into them and we will be doing the same. So we have 379 centers at which the exam this year will be administered. And like I said, we have 53,201 candidates will be coming in for this exam. Interestingly, these candidates come mainly from private schools. Of the 1,048 schools, 856 of them are private schools, and of the 53,201 candidates, 36,428 are from the private sector. From the public schools, we have 192. And let me just be quick to point out that the Ministry of Education has equipped the public schools with computers. If all goes well, holding everything constant next year, in that we will be introducing the hybrid examination. In other words, the students in public schools that have access to digital lab, digital computers and so forth, will do the test online. And then the students in private schools, until the schools can build up the infrastructure, they will continue to go by the traditional method of using pen and paper to do the test. And we're hoping that when we start that, there will be a revolution where our students will now begin to take tests online. If we go in other countries, we see people doing online tests. So next year, we'll be excited to announce that to you that the students, not in private schools, but the students in public schools, will be having such a glorious opportunity. I hope this will cause a lot of people to run to the public schools because these students will do a test online. We have do's and don'ts that we have sent out to the schools for the students. And for the benefit of the listening audience, I want to read out the do's and don'ts so that the public too can be aware of those things that are expected of the candidates as they go into this or do this exam. So for the do's, we don't have much. We say they should arrive at the center at 7:30 in the morning because the test is going to start at 8:30. And we say the test starts at 8:30, we're simply saying that at 8:30 they should begin to answer the questions. So be at the center at least 1 hour before the test so that you can go through all the preliminaries. The next thing we say that they should cooperate fully by following all lawful instructions cooperate fully by following all lawful instructions from examination workers. So if they were told things to do at the center that are unlawful, we are simply telling them don't obey those following instructions. We say they should submit themselves to periodic searches during the period of the exam. They should use pencil to shade their responses on the rejected answer sheets, and they use blue or black pens to answer the essay without questions. And the last one added there is I would say they should be dressed in the school's official uniform in the exam. And let me just elaborate. It has come to our attention that some candidates are denied because of what they wear. I don't think any child should be denied of doing this exam because of quote unquote what they wear as a uniform. Okay, for instance, if your school allows you to wear a hijab, okay, if you are allowed to wear hijab, right? Yes. If your school allows you to wear hijab, you are permitted to use your hijab to go and do the exam. If your school allows you to wear ROTC shirts or t-shirts, right? During your normal academic activities, you are also permitted to use your ROTC t-shirts. We are also aware that at the time we were in school, we had our ROTC or PE and our regular uniform. But for now, for some schools, every other day, they have a new dress code. So if you are attending a school and you have 3, 4, 5 dress code, we will also permit you to use the dress codes. So we don't want anybody to be stopped from doing this exam as a result of what he or she wears. Once the school allows that to do that, also going to permit it. Now to the terms, and this is where we are placing more emphasis. We say candidates are strongly urged not to do the following in the exam. One, absolutely they should not camp. We are against camping. We are not against 2 or 3 persons gathering at a place, maybe to study for the night. But to have 50 or 100 or 200 students going to assemble one place and say you're going to spend the entire night. Then in the day, by the time they get in the testing hall, you go in the testing hall to see them. You say, oh, because they are not having enough sleep the previous night. So we are discouraging camping. We say they should not camp. Number 2, we say they should not pay money to anyone before, during, and after the examination as flexibility fees. As doing so will mean paying for the failure on the exam. Why it does not collect any other fee called flexibility fee. All the money that will be there for them, those money have been paid by the government of that bureau. So they don't need to pay any money to anyone. And anyone who tells them to say pay us money because it has come to our attention that at some exam center people may say they're collecting offering. The exam centers are not places of worship. Even if we're using a church building or mosque for purpose of this exam, we're not having worship services. So people are not allowed or permitted to collect offerings in the exam. They should not take the cell phones with them into the exam hall, and to prevent them from taking the electronic access to the exam hall, we have metal detectors at the center to prevent them. It is better to be proactive to prevent them to be reactive. They should not carry all of our materials like sheets with written contents on them, or prepare notes or textbooks to the exam hall, because they don't know what is going